I love social media, Facebook, cell phones, Twitter, LinkedIn, because if you're stupid enough to get pregnant by an inmate, then you're going to be stupid enough to broadcast it all over your social media. And that's why I don't have any problem announcing it, because people who get involved with inmates aren't very smart anyway. Hi, I'm Gary York, True Prison Stories. Thanks for watching this video, and if you like this one, please subscribe. Just a couple of days ago, May 21st, South Carolina News reported, and you're going to see that clip here in a minute, that another correctional officer, they got the title right this time on the news. Unfortunately, it's for a very bad thing, but they did get the title correct, correctional officer. They say a female correctional officer through cell phone and Facebook search warrants was discovered to be pregnant by an inmate, and in South Carolina she was impregnated by an inmate at the Kirkland Correctional Institution, and she will be arrested. Now, that's a felony here in Florida, and it's a felony in many states across the country to have sex or sexual relations with an inmate. Proving it can be tough sometimes, but it's not tough when either a male officer impregnates a female inmate and we have DNA, or a female officer becomes pregnant from a male inmate and we have DNA. That's one way to prove the crime did occur. And yes, it is a crime to have sex with inmates, for those of you who seem to forget from time to time, and then we have incidents like this. Thank you for the 99% of honest, hard-working men and women who do not impregnate inmates or become impregnated by an inmate. And thank you very much. I'm going to show you the news clip here right at the end, but I just wanted to say that this is getting to be a little bit much. We're seeing this way too often. We talk about training, we talk about staff shortages, we talk about watching out for each other. I think the only thing we can do is continue to urge our prison management to train in inmate manipulation, train more in what happens when you fall in love with an inmate, train more on what happens when you bring contraband into prison, and let's try to get our hiring process and money and pay for these officers up there. I know money will not solve the entire problem, but it will help. It will help if we can pay a higher salary to correctional officers. By the way, they use the term correctional officer in the news, which I was very glad to see, but this particular person who got pregnant by an inmate does not deserve the honor or the title of correctional officer. So she will be stripped of that title. And now where's she at? She's in jail. She'll probably bond out, or may have bonded out already, I'm sure. But now what? No job, no medical benefits, nothing. And has to go to court, and she's pregnant, and she'll have to be going through court procedures while being pregnant. Why would you want to do this to yourself? I don't understand from either side. You know, I've done investigations where we've, down here in South Florida, where Dade Correctional Institution, where we had male officers having sex with female inmates. And I've done vice versa at the male prisons, where female officers are having sex with the inmates. And at Hendry Correctional Institution in Florida, when it was open back in the day, I had a case with a male officer and male inmate having sex together. So, you know, this is just getting ridiculous. If you want to have sex and do drugs and rock and roll, why don't you go to Amsterdam and get it out of your system? Please don't do it behind the walls of our prisons, or you will end up in jail, or worse, because we've had officers killed after breaking off relationships with inmates. But of course, we can't get this through a lot of these people's heads. If they want to do it, I guess they're going to go ahead and do it. For the 99% of the honest, hard-working officers, report these people. If you spot them doing illegal activities, suspicious activities, or hanging around inmates too long, or doing hugs, or daps, or baps, or whatever you want to call them, report them, report them, report them. That's not snitching, that's saving somebody. Okay, that's saving somebody's life. Here's the news clip. I'm going to make this one short, under 5 minutes with me, and here's a quick news clip out of South Carolina. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.
Thanks, Vaughn. In the last half hour, we learned that a correctional officer at Kirkland Correctional Institution in Columbia has been arrested. According to the arrest warrants, this happened between August and December of last year. Officials say Greshika Brown became pregnant. Brown is charged with first-degree sexual misconduct with an inmate and misconduct in office.